Everyone. Some boys were absent, so I'll try this slightly different. See how this works. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're in lesson 4 on the 4th Mishnah, so it's like 4-4. Easy to remember. Now, what we're talking about, let's look over here. You have option 1 and option 2. We're talking about if someone puts something in the Rishus HaRabim with permission. And the question is, would he still be chayiv if it causes damages? So I have option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is that he's pater. Option 2 is that he's chayiv. Okay, let's discuss how we got to this. Well, the Mishnah doesn't tell me if there's permission or not, but the Mishnah does tell me that you're chayiv in such a case. You put tevin, you're chayiv. That's clear. We brought a brisa, and the brisa specifically is Rabbi Yehuda's opinion, which says that there is permission to put it there. And there's this assumption that you're going to be pater. Let's see, I'll change the color and I'll write in an assumption of pater. But the Gemara then says, well, actually not. Actually, you're chayiv, and therefore it's exactly the same. Even though he said there's permission, we don't know what the Mishnah is talking about. But the Brisa says chayiv, and the Mishnah says chayiv. So Rabbi Yehuda and the Brisa can fit together. Then we brought a Mishnah. This is actually concerning Hanukkah, and we said that you have permission to put it there, and you're pater. Back to option 1. That's perfect. The only problem is that the Mishnah said that you're chayiv, and we would assume that that would contradict what this Mishnah said concerning Hanukkah. This Mishnah happens to be Rabbi Yehuda. We want the Mishnah to be Rabbi Yehuda. So we answered that way. 1 second. Over here, the reason why you're pater is because it's Rishus mitzvah, and it's not regular Rishus. So finally, we bring this brisa, and that's what we're going to learn today, where there is permission, and you're still pater. There's permission, and you're pater. And if the Mishnah is talking about permission as well, the Mishnah is chayiv, these cannot go together. Okay, let's learn this inside. Okay. We're going to start from Tashima. Let's get our pen ready. Okay, so Tashima, come in here. Kol elu, which means all of these, sha'amru, that our sages have said. It's really sha'amru, that they said, referring to the sages. They said, mutarim lekalkel, that you're allowed to ruin or make dirty Rishus HaRabim in the public domain. But im hiziku, if they did cause damage, so chayavim l'shalom, you have to pay. Rabbi Yehuda pater, Rabbi Yehuda says that you're pater. Okay, so if we look back at that chart that we had, let's see how to do this. The chart says, the brisa says that you have permission, and Rabbi Yehuda, this is specifically Rabbi Yehuda, says that you're pater. Now, that would seem to contradict the Mishnah, which says that you're chayiv when you put something in a public property. So, Amar Rab Nachman gives the first answer, and he says, Masnis, in our Mishnah, Shlei b'shas hitzas volim, for Rabbi Yehuda. Actually, our Mishnah is exactly the same thing as what Rabbi Yehuda is saying in this brisa, that it's pater, but the only thing is, Rabbi Yehuda earlier, if I can raise this up, Rabbi Yehuda here said that b'shas hitzas volim, you're allowed to, and that's when you have permission. And however, our Mishnah is talking about when you don't have permission, because it's not b'shas hitzas volim, and that's why you're going to be chayiv. So if you go back over here, actually, this is the way we're going to accept it. This is the real way it's going to work. That, according to Rav Nachman, that it's over here you have where we said the brisa that says that you are pater is talking about in the case of when you have permission, because it's the time of taking out the fertilizer, and you have permission. However, the Mishnah, I'll make an arrow up here. Whoa. The Mishnah says chayiv is talking about when you don't have permission, because it's not the time of taking out the fertilizer. Let me put in the words over here. We'll take this back. Shaloi b'shas. Shas means time, not at the time, and shaloi is not at the time. Hitzas is taking out. Sorry, it's so small. Just the lines are large. I had to shrink it up. And zvalim is fertilizer. I can't fit it. You know what it is, and it's Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, basically we've established, even though the Brisa says you have permission, Rabbi Yehuda would say Potter in that case, but in the Mishnah you don't have permission because it's the wrong time, and that's why you're going to be chayiv. Rav Ashi says, I have to wait a moment and I'll get the next page up. Rav Ashi says, Tivnai v'kashay tinan. The Mishnah was talking, this is not going to work. Let's see if he can get me back. Tivnai v'kashay tinan. That the Mishnah was talking about straw, right? This is straw. Two types of straw. We spoke about that. Mishum de misharki, because it slips, right? It's slippery, and so therefore it's usher in the Mishnah to do. However, when Rabbi Yehuda said that you're allowed to, that was talking about other types of fertilizer, which maybe is the same straw, but after it's decayed. And over there, you are allowed to, and that's why over there you'll be potter. So if we look back in the chart that we had, it's exactly the same thing, that you have permission concerning fertilizer, but you don't have permission concerning straw. We're talking about putting it in the street, and that's why you will be chayiv. So in summary, Rabbi Yehuda is the Mishnah. The Mishnah is talking about when you don't have permission, and the Rabbi Yehuda, that first brisa over here that says you have permission, you would actually be potter. So Rishus goes with potter, which is option one. Option one rules. Let's make an arrow over there. Rishus is potter, and if you don't have Rishus, you'd be chayiv. So actually, if we just switch this arrow in the maskan, this question mark, and we'd say no Rishus, now everything is clear. The only chayiv that we have here, we'll cross that out. The only chayiv that we have here is when you don't have Rishus. But whenever you do have Rishus, you're potter. So, I'll make this clear. Okay, that's the Gemara.